3 in the morning. Starting off very foggy, but it was a really nice night. And that sun is out there, you can see, so it's going to cook that fog off. No problem. So we just finished packing up our campsite. It's 9:30 in the morning, day 3, and today we're gonna basically go through Smooth Rock Lake and then up to the outlet bay. So we've got about 14 kilometers as the crow flies. Clear skies and windless conditions had us pushing nearly 28 kilometers that day as we left our campsite and pushed all the way to the junction of the Berg River just before the portage. Break on this little beach. What an amazing little lunch spot. This is the kind of place that you find on a tropical island somewhere. Just about to enter Outlet Bay from Smooth Rock Lake. Up going 24 kilometers today. The couple of campsites that we were looking for we just couldn't find. This one seems pretty decent though. It's I have it located as campsite 9, but it is the last campsite on Outlet Bay, and we're pretty close to our portage point tomorrow to get us to the Berg River. We are leaving Outer Bay and into the Berg River. On day 4 we tackled the Berg River. There's a series of small Class 1 and Class 2 rapids which we cautiously explored and traveled about 15 kilometers where we camped at the convergence with the Wabakimi River. Well, we're at the first portage of the day, 300 meter. It's pretty overgrown, as you can see. We got misled. There was a campsite, unmarked campsite about 300 meters just to the right of this, so we thought that was it, and we explored all these little trails around a campsite, but none going in the right direction. But we think we found it. We flagged this one and we're going to continue to flag as we go along. Actually, once you get into the bush, it's not that bad. So we're just at the put-in of the Berg River. And we're going to have a couple of little Class 1 and then Class 2 rapids. Started on the Berg River. We've got about 800 meters in front of us and then a Class 1 very quickly, followed by a Class 2. We'll see how the Class 1 is, but we'll probably line the Class 2. Turner. Steer from here. This is the Class 1. Wait a second. It might just take us to that shoreline. Just stop. It's going to take us to this bank. Not far after the first and second rapids, we took the 110 meter portage and took a rest playing within the falls off of the drop. This isn't so bad. Good portion up the or downstream of the Berg River. It's really quite the pleasure paddling downstream, just lazily moving with this current. It's a little 45-meter portage point, and we could put in at this point, which we're going to do. We're going to move up to the Wabakimi River and camp there for the night, I think. So we're just on the last leg of the Berg River. We chose to run the last couple of little class 1s. It's a lot of fun, got it on tape. And we've got about 3 kilometers of this lazy river paddling. And we're at our campsite on the Wabakimi. So we just hit the junction between the Berg River and the Wabakimi River. We're going to camp here for the night. Charging things up. Part of the electronic gear, most of it's camera orientated, but also the GPS unit. We're using Goal 0 Nomad 20, and that is linked to Goal 0 Sherpa 100. So day 4, we had a long day on the Berg River. We're camping out on the Wabakimi. Tomorrow we're going to do a 600-meter plus portage into the Whitewater Lake. That's the one with Wendell Beckham's cabin. So that'll be pretty cool, but it's a really big lake. So it's about 30 kilometers from here to the Wendell's cabin.